Hello students, I hope you are all well in this present situation. So let's go to our topic. Today's topic is early calculating devices and generation of computers. So now we are going to discuss about early computing devices. So mainly for early calculating devices, this is the most earliest calculating device is abacus, and it is used to count numbers and perform simple calculations such as addition and subtraction. Today, abacus is constructed as a bamboo frame with beads sliding on wires, but originally they were beans or stones moved in groves of sand or on tablets of wood, stone or metal. Second one, Napier bones. Napier bones was developed by Sir John Napier in 1616. The device was used to perform calculation involving addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. This is the Napier bones. Third one is Pascaline. It is one of the early calculating devices and one of the first mechanical calculator. Was invented by Blaise Pascal in 1641. Though it would perform only subtraction and addition, yet it became very popular. These three are the early calculating device. Computers have revolutionized almost everything in our society, but the development of the computer has been classified into generations. First generation computer. It mainly based on vacuum tube, and the first generation computer were built to solve physics equations using electronic vacuum tubes as the switching components. And the first generation computer used machine language. What is machine language? Machine language is a low-level programming language and is written using long strings of zeros and ones. So it is very difficult to write and very difficult to find out the errors, and it is directly executed by the CPU. This is the machine language. The first generation computers were expensive and bulky, and the vacuum tubes didn't support the multitasking. Okay, so programs written in machine language were cumbersome and difficult to remember. This is the first generation computers. Okay, next we will go to second generation computer. Second generation computer based on the transistor. Transistor made computers smaller and cheaper, and they also made computers energy efficient, but transistors were subjected to damage because of emission of large amount of heat from the computer. Okay, the computer belonging to this generation used punched card for input, and they used assembly languages. Assembly language is a low-level programming language, and it is based on English alphabets. The instructions are written in the form of codes. And assembly languages is machine dependent. It has a translator this translator translate the assembly language to the machine language. Okay. So this is the second generation computer. And then third generation computer. Third generation computer is the integrated circuit based computer. Small transistors were placed on silicon chips called semiconductor. This semiconductor increased the speed and efficiency of the computer. So third generation computer is much faster and much efficient than the second generation computer. The third generation computer were based on the high level programming languages. The high level language used in English alphabet and mathematical symbols. It is easy to use and understand. It is not machine dependent. High level programming languages into a translator is needed to translate these symbols of high level programming language into computer executable machine language at same as assembly language. But high level programming language is much easier to write and is much easier to understand, is much easier to find the errors. Okay. High level, the early example of the high level programming language is Fortran and COBOL. The modern languages such as BASIC, C, C Sharp, C++, and Java, these are the modern high level languages. So these are the third generation computer language also. Okay, so this is the third generation computer. And next one is fourth generation computer. Fourth generation computer based on the microprocessor. Microprocessor is a technology of placing thousands of integrated circuits onto a single silicon chip. This is the microprocessor, and it is compact and easy to maintain. It has high processing speed and it has limitation on the size of data. This is the fourth generation computer. Second one, and this is last one also, this is the fifth generation computer. In fifth generation computer, it is going to be based on the principle of artificial intelligence and natural language recognition. And mainly the development of fifth generation computer is underway. This technique will be used to design robot. So this way the programmer only needs to worry about what problems need to be solved, what conditions need to be met, and without worrying about how to implement a routine or algorithm to solve them. This is the concept of the fifth generation programming language, but fifth generation computer. Next topic is this: classification of computer based on the size and speed. They are microcomputer, mini computer, mainframe computer, and supercomputer. First one is microcomputer. It is used for mainly personal computer, and personal computer consists of CPU, computer memory, and various input-output devices. It is slow and has relatively less storage capacity as compared to an microcomputer or an mainframe computer. It is mainly used in classroom, homes, bank, office, etc. The examples of microcomputer are desktop, laptop, tablet, smartphone, etc. Second one is mini computer. The mini computer is much larger than microcomputer and much more expensive. It can store a large amount of information, but again usually not as much as the mainframe. It is used for scientific and engineering computations, business transactions, database management, and nowadays it is also used to made small or mid-sized server. Okay, so for making a small server and mid-sized server, it is also used. Third one is mainframe computer. Mainframe computer is designed for high-speed data processing with heavy use of input-output units. They can store an enormous amount of information and perform many tasks simultaneously. It has several terminals connected to them. These terminals look like small computers, but they are only devices that are used for sending and receiving information from the actual computer using wires. Terminals can be located either in same room with the mainframe computer, or they can also be in different room, building and cities, etc. So this computer is used in purpose of large business, government agencies, bank and universities, airlines, ticket reservation, hospitals. For many company purpose, these computers are used because of their capability of retrieving enormous data. So this is the mainframe computer. Third one is supercomputer. Not third one, this is the fourth one. Fourth one is supercomputer. Supercomputer is one of the many types of modern computing machines. It has a large storage capacity and very high level speed of the calculations. And it is because of their high speed processing ability that supercomputer systems are used in animation graphics, weather forecasting, nuclear research work, petroleum research work, crypt analysis, molecular modeling, oil and gas exploration, and quantum mechanics, etc. So this is the supercomputer. Today's video up to this classifications of computer and early age computers already I have discussed. Next video for the next topic. Like my video and please subscribe my channel for getting next video. Thank you.